Hi guys, Random here, back with a bit more World of Warships. Today we are looking at the Vanguard, HMS Vanguard, the Tier 8 British Premium Cruiser. Yes, I know it's a battleship, but bear with me. So this newest addition to the British cruiser line, yes, I know it's a battleship, but like I said, bear with me. It's quite an impressive ship. It really is. Now, Random, why do you keep calling it a cruiser? Well, two reasons really. Number one, concealment. And this is with a captain without the concealment expert, which will take another 14% off of that. So, yeah, basically taking it down to just over 12 kilometres. For detectability, and then we get this rudder shift time at 7.8 seconds. This thing is a monster if you can get on the flank. It really is. Survivability wise, first of all, let's look at the armour layout. Okay, now if we get rid of that, you can see the citadel here. The citadel on this thing, when they first brought it in for testing, was much higher. It's now kind of waterline and where you would expect it to be. The armour on it is okay as long as you keep angled. If you are caught broadside, you will get that paddling. It really isn't great in terms of being bottom tier. If you are top tier, awesome. So armour's okay, not brilliant, but not as bad as it could be anyway. Survivability wise, she does quite well at 71,700 hit points. She's I think she's the highest at tier 8 for battleships. I might be wrong, but if she isn't the highest, she's one of. 25% torpedo damage reduction on the belt isn't bad. It's not fantastic, but it isn't bad. Artillery wise, right, now then, this is where it gets unusual. This has got 381mm guns. Now, if you compare her to other tier 8 battleships, which in fact, let's do that. Let's do that. Tier 8 battleships. Okay, so old easy wizzy, let's get busy Mark over here, 380mm, Richelieu, 380mm, the Gascoigne, 380mm, old Derpy Turpy over here, 380. So you see, she's not doing too bad. The Key, 410, the Alabama, 406, and then of course you got the Massachusetts there as well with 406. So she's on the low side. Even the Roma's 381. So yeah, she's on the low side for gun caliber. But as I mentioned previously, if you're bottom tier, you will feel it. If you're top tier, not quite so much. You can still Citadel tier 10 ships in this, but you do have to be looking at their broadside. So if they look like that, then yeah, you're laughing. If they look like that, then you're crying. Okay. 4 twin mounted turrets. They're pretty good. Reload time 25 seconds, which is nice. You have only got the 8 rifles on this particular ship, so they kind of made up for it with the 25-second reload. 11,700 max AP damage, 6,300 max HE damage with 36% fire chance. The 180 degree turn time at 36 seconds isn't dreadful. It isn't dreadful. It could be better, but it isn't as terrible as some other ships. Like, let's have a look at the Key, 45 seconds. The Bama, 40 seconds. Yep, old busy Mark, 31.6 seconds. So Vanguard sitting there at 36 seconds. It's okay. It is okay. Secondaries. You have 8 twin-mounted secondaries, 133mm. They fire out to 5 kilometres, 10% fire chance, and 1900 max HE damage. Yeah, don't bother with the secondary build on this ship. It really isn't worth it. Your main battery firing range is 20 kilometres. And then we get to the AA. Now you have a base rating of 75 for the anti-air, which is pretty good. You have 11 single mount 40 mils going out to 3.5 kilometres, 96 DPS. You have 1 twin mount 40 mil, 3.5 kilometres, 25 DPS. You have your 8 dual purpose secondaries there, 5.2 kilometre, 68 DPS. And then we get to the interesting one. 10 sextuple mounted 40 mils. Yeah, 6 guns on these. 3.5 kilometres and a whopping 292 average DPS. Your AA aura long range is pretty poor. Medium range is an absolute beast. Maneuverability, yes. 31.5 knots with the speed flag. 850 metre turning circle. That almost illegal 7.8 second rudder shift. This is a battleship, which is just unbelievable. 7.8 seconds. Look at the Bismarck, 22.4. Richelieu, 15.4. 12.3 on the Gascoigne, and I thought that was good. The Roma, 15.6. The Key. Oh, the Key, 29.5. Oh no. 15.9, 29.5 knots. The Bama, 12.3. The Massachusetts, 12.7. So this thing at 7.8 is almost twice as good as the next best. Yeah. Concealment, 14 kilometres. As I mentioned, if you were to put on Concealment Expert, that would take it down by another 14%. I mean, that's just crazy good. So we would go from... we haven't got the points to give it, unfortunately. I could cheat here. I could add some Commander XP to him, but I don't think I will. So that would take that down by 14%. So 1.4, call it 2, and take it down to 12 kilometres. Detectability by air, 12.3, 2 kilometres is your proximity spot, and 14.7 if you fire your guns from smoke. Let's have a look at what signals we've got on here. They're pretty much just the normal run-of-the-mill ones that you would expect to see. So 3 XP, credits, and we've got the ship cost lowered there with the speed flag. You could put on a secondary battery range one if you wanted. You could put on the anti-air damage, which would push it up by 4 points. Yep, increase that DPS even further. But I'm not going to worry too much. Module wise, right, upgrades. I've gone for Concealment System Mod 1. Yeah, basically not really much of a choice there. You just go for Concealment. I have got... No. What are you doing? I have got Steering Gear Mod 2 on here to achieve that ridiculous manoeuvrability. You could go for Damage Con Mod 2, but why would you? Then in slot 3, I'm kind of torn at the moment between Aiming System Mod 1 to tighten up the shells, or AA Gun Mod 2. I'm leaving that until I've kind of established the level of carrier play. If the carrier play is increasing, then I'll probably go for the anti-air. Damage Con Mod 1 in slot 2, and in slot 1 I've gone for auxiliary armament just to give the anti-air a bit more survivability from all the HE spam that you will endure. So, the Vanguard. Let's take her out. Now, this ship just plays differently. I've heard people compare her to the Hood. I'm not sure why. Tier 8 and 10 game. Okay, so we're bottom tier, but it's just 2 tier 10 cruisers, which yeah, shouldn't be too big of a deal. We're on the flank, which is lovely, and we have a bunch of stuff over here with us. We've got a Baltimore, we've got a Minotaur, we've got a Roma, and a Cossack. So that's okay. That's okay. With this particular map setup, they tend to come around here. So I'm going to use this island, I think, as my hard cover. And let's hope that we actually get to kill some stuff in this map. No carrier, which is a good thing. Means more ships to shoot at. So, here we are. We're off. Takes, I think it's about 45-50 seconds to get up to top speed. So that's 40. That's 45. And that's 50. And we're kind of approaching top speed. So yeah, you're sort of under a minute to get there, which isn't bad. The firing arc on these guns is not particularly special. That's your full broadside angle there. So be prepared to do quite a lot of hippy shake in this to get your guns on. Granted, you do have that amazing manoeuvrability to get it round and then pull it back. So yeah, that's not a bad thing. Cossack's speed is not great, so he's not going to pull too far ahead of us. I'm not entirely sure where he's going. He might be going for the cap. So we may spot stuff before he does. Right, there's the Minotaur. There's the Roma. Now, the Roma plays quite similarly to this, in that you get up on the flanks, you use your concealment and your speed to your advantage. So let's... yeah, that's not bad. We got shots onto the Roma, and then we'll come tuck behind this island, and we should go... well, we won't go unspotted because of the destroyers over there. So I think what we'll do is we'll look at over there, the Cossack, and we'll take, yeah, speculative shot, but wasn't that far off, was it? Okay, so the Cossack's pushing up, the Roma is there. I need to come around this island, get my guns clear, and then let loose with 8 shells into the side of that Roma. Yeah, 24k damage. This is where this thing comes into its own. Now, granted, we've been unlucky with the spawn, but or the enemy spawn anyway. So 4 seconds on the reload. Unfortunately, he's disappeared behind the island. I might be lucky, creep some over the top there. Yeah, we got a bounce, but do you know what? That's okay. That's fine. So let's bring her in. And let's head towards where the enemies are. There's that Minotaur. Unfortunately, don't have line of sight on her. The Roma is there, and I should, if I nip that over the top. No. So I should be able to hit her, but not quite. So the Minotaur's there. And looks like, yep, he's committing suicide by Vanguard. Well, he would do if I could aim. I actually thought he was backing out there, to be fair, so that's why I didn't lead excessively. So he's going to be coming around this island, so I'm not overly worried about him. Yeah, Baltimore's just taken a huge chunk off him, I think. Well, it might have been the Roma, actually. But, yeah, he's gone. Definitely. There we go. So that's one less ship. This thing as a cruiser hunter is vicious. Absolutely vicious. So I'm going to just head straight towards the turrets. Which is just there. I'm going to line up some HE as well. So let's put some shots down. Look at the grouping on those shells. They're really good. We've got the old Damemes over there. We might be able to pick him actually. Possibly. Is he just in range? He is. 11 seconds, and they travel a bit quicker than that, so we'll put some shells down there. Might be able to pick up that Dameme. Possibly. How are we looking? Oh, so close. Right, never mind. Let's get the back guns round. Got the Vanguard over there. So we'll use our speed here. We might pick up a bit of damage here. We did. Only a little bit though. And we'll get round this island. Again, because this thing is so quick and so manoeuvrable, it isn't the end of the world to duck behind an island. That Baltimore is looking like he's seen better days. That chap. Right. Derpits. Got the Cossack going in, probably for a top run. So let's see if we can get a fire on there, get a little bit of damage while we're waiting. Somebody picking up the economy Kraken there. And that Turpitz, he's got his torps coming in, but I'm not too worried. Yeah, not got the distance. Cossack goes for the kill there. Yeah. So, I think, even though that's not a massive damage game, I think that displays pretty well the qualities of this particular ship. The manoeuvrability, the speed, the fact that if you flank someone you can really do them, you know, some damage. Yeah, that Minotaur, to be honest, if I had noticed it was actually not backing out and aimed properly, I think we'd had a good chance of deleting that. Team score, yeah, well, it's just the way it runs. Not always at the top there, but yeah, it's a pretty good ship. It is indeed. I like it. I like the way it plays. It is a little bit situational in that you need to be at the side, take advantage of your islands, and then towards the end of the match you've got the speed there to get yourself where you need to be. I've seen some really good games in this. Unfortunately, like I say, it's quite situational, so you're not going to get the 150k plus damage games in every match, but you will get them, and when you do, it's very satisfying. Very satisfying. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Are you looking forward to the Vanguard? Have you already picked her up? What do you think? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget the old like button. Loves a tickle. And if you're new to the channel, why not subscribe, hang about, and see some more World of Warships goodness. Indeed. But I think that's quite enough from me for now. So, thank you ever so much for watching, guys. But for now, it's Captain Random, signing off. Take care, and I'll see you again in the next one.